A town lay between a wide river and a tall ridge, where animals from many places came to trade and learn. Each spring the valley held a contest. Who could gather the most food before winter and keep it safe until the first snow? A magpie from the meadow arrived with pockets full of shiny things, seeds, berries, bright ribbons, and chatter that drew a crowd. She darted from stall to stall, picking up every tempting thing she saw. A hawk perched on the ridge with narrowed eyes, watching one patch of ground where the best acorns fell. A herd of deer moved slowly through the plain, grazing the same reliable fields each day. A pod of dolphins splashed at the riverfront, entertaining traders and winning favors. An ant colony worked inside a fallen log, carrying tiny crumbs back to a carefully mapped storehouse. A lone wolf wandered at first, then chose a single trail and followed it until it knew every turn. When autumn came, the magpie's pockets were heavy with curious finds, pretty but mismatched. She had no big stores, only small, scattered piles that the wind and thieves could take. The dolphins had gained fame and treats, but the river's tides carried away much of what they'd collected. The herd and the hawk had full, orderly caches. The hawk's focused watch had let him claim the richest acorns. The herd's steady grazing had built a dependable supply. The ant storehouse, though made of the smallest pieces, was the largest and best preserved because each ant had followed the same rule: carry one grain well every day. Winter's first snow surprised the valley. Thieves from the mountains prowled where the magpie's loose piles lay, and the dolphins' flashy treasures floated off downstream. Traders praised the magpie's curiosities in warm rooms, but when cold came, praise could not feed them. The hawk sold acorns to travelers who needed strong food. The herd survived comfortably. The ants fed an entire colony from what looked like tiny, insignificant crumbs. The lone wolf, who had learned to path secret caches, joined the herd and shared survival, proving that focused preparation can turn isolation into security. After winter, the valley gathered again. The magpie learned to choose fewer, more useful things and to tuck them into a single strong nest. The dolphins still played, but they set aside time for storing food. The ant queen smiled as others copied the habit of small, steady work. Moral: attraction and charm win attention, but steady focus and simple, repeated actions build lasting strength. Choose what matters, protect it well, and do a little toward it every day. Title: The Herd and the Hunt. 7 Animal Tales on Focus in American Business. Part 1. The Magpie in the Meadow, Seattle. A magpie in a busy meadow loved shiny ideas. She hopped from one bright thing to the next, starting many projects, but finishing none. The meadow was full of promise, but without focus, the seeds never grew. The magpie learned that collecting ideas isn't the same as finishing one. Part 2. The Hawk on the Single Track, Austin. A hawk hunted one clear target and ignored distractions. It watched the same path day after day until it mastered it. The hawk's single focus made its work sharp and dependable. Customers trusted the hawk because it did one thing very well. Part 3. The Grazing Herd and the Scattered Deer, Detroit. A herd moved together, steady and reliable, nearby. A group of deer kept wandering after new grasses. The deer chased every new trend and ran into trouble with planning and supplies. The herd that stuck to the main pasture reached safety and steady growth, while the scattered deer struggled. Part 4. The Playful Dolphins of the River, Miami. A pod of dolphins loved the spotlight, leaping for attention and quick deals. They gained fans fast, but ignored important rules and safety. When trouble came, their followers vanished. The dolphins learned that charm helps, but long-term success needs strong foundations. Part 5. The Lone Wolf Turnaround, Denver. A lone wolf once tried many hunts and failed. It then focused on finding one reliable prey and trained hard. By working with other rescue wolves, the lone wolf's skills became trusted. The wolf's focused mission turned past failures into steady wins. Part 6. The Canary Who Sang Too Soon, New York. A canary sang loudly from the tallest branch and got everyone's attention, but its nest wasn't ready to support so many visitors. Advertisers and partners left when results fell short. The canary retreated, rebuilt the nest, and learned to sing when the house was strong. Part 7. The Ant Colony's Quiet Power, Silicon Valley. Ants worked slowly and together, carrying tiny pieces each day. No single move was flashy, but their steady work built something huge. When rivals chased trends, the ants improved what mattered, helping customers and keeping them. Over time, the colony's small gains added up to big success. Epilogue: the lake by the forest. Animals from all regions met by a clear lake and shared stories. They agreed. Sometimes you should be a magpie and explore, but when it's time to deliver, you must act like a hawk, wolf, or ant. Knowing when to switch matters most. Lessons learned: explore ideas, but pick one to focus on. Do one thing well before adding more. Build strong basics: safety, reliability, money plan. Measure a few key things and improve them. Set rules for when to change course. Make sure the whole team knows the main goal. Small, steady work beats flashy moves in the long run.